Let's get something straight. If you're over 60 and your legs are turning into steel cables every night at 2 a.m., it's not just aging. It's your body screaming for help, loudly, in Morse code, through pain. And no. Rubbing Vicks, dangling your leg off the bed, or screaming into your pillow while trying to massage your calf like a piece of sourdough is not a long-term solution. That's called coping, not fixing. I'm going to tell you the truth, raw and unfiltered. Midnight leg cramps? That's your nervous system throwing a tantrum because your diet's trash or missing the key ingredients it needs to chill out. Let's get scientific. Those cramps? They're involuntary muscle contractions, usually caused by electrolyte imbalances, poor blood flow, or flat-out nutritional neglect. Potassium, magnesium, calcium, sodium. These aren't just minerals. They're the damn orchestra keeping your muscles from going rogue. So unless you like waking up feeling like your calf is possessed by a demon doing CrossFit, you might want to fix your plate. Today, I'm breaking down 10 foods that can kick leg cramps in the face. 1. Bananas. The MVP of potassium. Yeah, I know. Bananas. Groundbreaking. But you know why everyone talks about them? Because they freaking work. Bananas are potassium powerhouses. One medium banana clocks in at around 420 milligrams of potassium. And guess what? That's about 10% of your daily recommended intake. Now, potassium is the kingpin for preventing muscle cramps. It keeps your muscle cells electrically balanced. Literally. When you don't get enough, your muscles short circuit and boom, midnight leg spasm that makes you want to cry in your sleep. What's even more gangster about bananas? They also contain magnesium and a little calcium, both of which tag team with potassium to keep your neuromuscular system from flipping out. Here's a stat for the nerds. According to the American Academy of Neurology, potassium deficiency is one of the top electrolyte causes of nocturnal leg cramps, especially in older adults who may already be on diuretics or blood pressure meds, which deplete potassium faster than your grandkid eats cereal. Bottom line, eat a banana every day, not just when you cramp up like a pretzel. Make it part of your routine. It's cheap, it's fast, it's natural medicine. 2. Sweet potatoes. Mother Nature's electrolyte bomb. One medium sweet potato has around 540 milligrams of potassium, more than a banana. But it's not just the potassium that makes these orange bad boys so powerful. They also have magnesium, calcium, and a truckload of complex carbs. Why does that matter? Because your muscles need glucose to function properly. If your body's running low on energy, your muscles start throwing fits. And that's when those cramps hit like a freight train. Let's talk fiber. Sweet potatoes are high in fiber, which keeps your blood sugar levels stable, and that matters. Spikes and crashes in blood sugar can jack up your insulin response, and guess what? That screws with your electrolytes too. Also, they're loaded with beta-carotene. That's an antioxidant your aging cells are begging for. Think of beta-carotene as a bouncer that kicks inflammation out of your bloodstream. And inflammation? It's the backstage pass for pain, swelling, and, you guessed it, cramping. Pro tip, roast them, mash them, throw them in an air fryer. Just don't drench them in marshmallows and call it healthy. 3. Avocados. The green gold for your nerves. Let's talk about avocados. Yeah, the millennial fruit that people like to mock because it's on toast. Well, guess what? It should be on your plate too, especially if you're tired of waking up at 3 a.m., feeling like someone stuck a taser in your leg. Avocados are one of the most nutrient-dense foods on this planet. One whole avocado gives you nearly 975 milligrams of potassium. That's almost double a banana. Yeah, read that again. They're also packed with magnesium and healthy fats. And those fats? They're not just for show. They improve cell membrane function, which helps your nerves communicate better with your muscles. Think of it like upgrading from dial-up to Wi-Fi. Way less lag, way fewer misfires. The healthy fats in avocados also help absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin E, which has anti-inflammatory properties that can ease muscle tension. And if you're dealing with statin side effects, which many seniors are, let's be real, avocados can help replenish the CoQ10 levels that those meds drain out of you. And CoQ10? That stuff is crucial for muscle energy. Want a snack that actually helps instead of just filling space in your stomach? Mash up an avocado with some olive oil and lemon. That's food that fights for you, not against you. Quick recap, aka burn this into your brain. Bananas. Simple, cheap, effective potassium packed. Sweet potatoes. Electrolyte heaven with anti-inflammatory powers. Avocados, smooth, creamy, and savage against cramps. Now don't roll your eyes and say, "But I eat these sometimes." This isn't about sometimes. This is about every day. Because your body, it's like an engine. Feed it junk and you'll stall out at the 3 a.m., clutching your leg like it's about to fall off. Feed it right and you sleep like royalty. And we're just getting started. If you're serious about finally telling your leg cramps to sit down and shut up, no, wait till you see what's next. 4. Beans and lentils. The muscle repair. Crew. Now look, beans don't get enough credit. Everyone's out here glamorizing superfoods and beans are sitting in the corner like, yo, I've been saving lives since ancient times. So what's the big deal with beans and lentils? They're magnesium machines. A single cup of cooked lentils gives you around 70 to 80 milligrams of magnesium. Black beans? About the same. Chickpeas? They join the squad too. Why does magnesium matter so much? Because it's the chill pill your muscles are begging for. It helps regulate nerve signals, keeps calcium from overloading your muscle fibers, and literally prevents the overexcitation that causes cramping. Here's what happens when you're low on magnesium. Your nerves start misfiring like a drunk guy trying to play darts. Your muscles don't know whether to contract or relax, so they just cramp and lock up like a rusted door hinge. That's exactly why so many seniors wake up with Charlie horses that feel like they were kicked by a horse named Charlie. And here's a bonus. Beans and lentils are full of B vitamins, especially B6 and folate, both of which support nervous system health. Plus, the iron in them helps oxygenate your muscles better. Because if your muscles aren't getting enough oxygen, cramps, tension, pain. Now, yeah, I know what you're thinking. But Doc, beans make me gassy. Sure, at first. But that's not a reason to skip them. That's your gut adjusting to actual fiber. So don't run away from beans. Tame them. Start slow, rinse them well, cook them properly, and your gut will thank you. TLDR. Beans and lentils are like nutrition's multi-tool. Magnesium, B vitamins, iron, fiber. That's a muscle cramp hit squad right there. 5. Melons. Watermelon and cantaloupe. The hydration heroes. Let's talk about a word most seniors underestimate. Dehydration. You think you're drinking enough water? You're probably not. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already behind. And when your muscles don't have enough water to work with, they seize up like a dried rubber band. That's where melons come in. Watermelon is 92% water. Cantaloupe? Around 89%. These fruits don't just hydrate you, they hydrate you with purpose. Let me break this down. Watermelon has potassium and magnesium and even a little calcium. That's a hydration cocktail with an electrolyte twist. Cantaloupe is rich in vitamin C and beta-carotene, which help repair damaged tissues and reduce inflammation. But here's the sneaky science. Watermelon contains L-citrulline, an amino acid that improves blood flow by relaxing blood vessels. More blood flow equals more oxygen, equals happier muscles, equals less cramping. And yes, that same L-citrulline is also being studied for erectile dysfunction. But let's stay focused, yeah? Pro tip. Don't just chomp melons in summer. They're always useful, especially before bed. A small bowl of watermelon in the evening can keep your muscles relaxed and hydrated through the night. Quick warning though, melons have natural sugars. Don't eat them like it's a buffet. A cup or two is perfect, more than that, and you're asking for a sugar spike followed by a crash, which ironically can cause cramps. 6. Milk and yogurt. Calcium with backup dancers. Okay, let's kill a myth. Calcium isn't just for bones. It plays a massive role in muscle contraction, and more importantly, muscle relaxation. When your calcium levels dip too low, your muscles can contract and refuse to release. Sound familiar? That's the cramp. That's the villain. That's the wake-up screaming moment. Milk and yogurt are elite calcium sources. But they're also packing potassium, phosphorus, magnesium, and protein, all of which team up to keep muscle function smooth and steady. Let's put some numbers on it. 1 cup of milk equals about 300 milligrams of calcium. 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt equals about 250 to 300 milligrams calcium plus 15 to 20 grams of protein. That protein matters too, especially as we age. Sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, hits hard, and less muscle mass means less control over contractions, blood flow, and, you guessed it, more cramps. And here's a kicker most people don't know. Vitamin D helps your body absorb calcium properly. And you know what dairy often comes fortified with? Yep, vitamin D. Now, not everyone tolerates dairy. Well, I get it. But if you can, even in small amounts, it's one of the most efficient ways to restore the mineral balance your muscles are crying out for. If you can't do dairy, consider plant-based alternatives fortified with calcium and D. But check the labels. Almond milk isn't magic unless it's fortified. Otherwise, it's just nut-flavored water. And please, skip the sugary yogurts with cartoon animals on the front. You're not 8. Get the plain Greek stuff. Add fruit if you want sweetness. Stay in control. Let's check in. How's your plate looking now? At this point, if your dinner table isn't looking like a farmer's market with a side of dairy, you're doing it wrong. We've covered bananas, Potassium King, sweet potatoes, electrolyte-rich anti-inflammatory, avocados, potassium plus magnesium, plus healthy fats, beans and lentils, magnesium and B vitamin overload, melons, hydration meets circulation, milk and yogurt, calcium, the protein muscle therapy. That's a full-on biochemical toolkit right there. The point is this: you can't outstretch a bad diet. You can't fix cramps by just doing toe circles in bed. If you're not fueling your body with the right stuff, your muscles will keep having meltdowns like toddlers at a theme park. And here's the thing nobody tells you. Fixing leg cramps isn't just about comfort. It's about mobility. It's about sleep. It's about quality of life. Because when you're afraid to sleep because of pain, that's not aging. That's suffering. And it's preventable. You have a choice. Keep treating the symptoms. Or start feeding the system. We've still got 4 power foods left to cover. The ones that rebuild, protect, and straight up defend your body from turning into a cramp factory. 7. Dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, the silent powerhouses. Now, I don't care if you don't like the taste. Grow up. We're not 5. You want to stop waking up with a muscle cramp that makes you scream louder than your phone alarm? Then eat your greens. Spinach and kale aren't just rabbit food. They're straight up muscle medicine. They've got magnesium, yep, again, because it's that important, potassium, calcium, vitamin K, iron, and antioxidants out the damn wazoo. Let's zoom in on magnesium for a second, because by now you're seeing the pattern, right? Your muscles love magnesium like a cat loves cardboard boxes. It regulates nerve impulses, keeps your muscles from twitching out of nowhere, and helps your body use calcium properly instead of just letting it float around and clog stuff up. Now, about calcium. The calcium in leafy greens like kale is more bioavailable than most plant sources. That means your body can actually absorb and use it. That's good news, especially if dairy makes your gut act like it's auditioning for a horror movie. Also, spinach is rich in nitrates, which increase nitric oxide in the blood. That improves vascular function. Translation, better blood flow. And better blood flow equals reduced cramping. Still not convinced? Here's a study. A 2017 paper published in the Journal of Clinical Hypertension found that diets high in leafy greens significantly improved muscle function and reduced vascular stiffness in older adults. That's not hippie propaganda. That's cold, hard, peer-reviewed science. So saute them, toss them in smoothies, bake them into eggs. I don't care how you get them in. Just get them in. Because these greens, they don't play. 8. Nuts and seeds. Tiny but mighty. Don't let the size fool you. These little suckers are potent. Almonds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. They may be small, but they're nutritional nukes when it comes to fighting cramps. Let's start with the big one. Magnesium. A quarter cup of pumpkin seeds packs around 190 milligrams of magnesium. That's nearly half of your daily requirement in one small handful. Almonds? About 80 milligrams in a serving. That's serious muscle fuel, but that's just the beginning. Nuts and seeds also give you potassium, calcium, zinc, vitamin E, and omega-3 fatty acids, especially in walnuts and flax. That combo does everything. Regulates fluid balance, calms your nervous system, improves blood flow, and reduces inflammation. Here's a little chemistry for you. Omega-3s help reduce prostaglandins. Those are compounds that, when elevated, increase inflammation and muscle pain. You knock those down, and your muscle recovery improves, cramps decrease, and you just feel better. Oh, and for all my folks with heart issues or high cholesterol, these fats are your best friend. No statin side effects, no artificial junk, just real functional fat. Now let's talk protein. Nuts and seeds are plant-based protein bombs. Why does that matter? Because muscle fibers that cramp often do so because they are weak, undernourished, or straight up exhausted. Protein gives them the tools they need to repair, recover, and chill out. One more thing, they're portable. You can keep them in your purse, your car, your nightstand. Hell, tape a bag of pumpkin seeds to your walker if you have to. Snack smart. Snack strong. Snack like your legs depend on it. Because they do. 9. Salmon, fatty fish. The anti-cramp superfish. And now we enter the elite tier. If you only add one thing from this list to your diet this week, make it salmon. Why? Because this fatty fish is doing everything your multivitamin thinks it's doing. But better. Let's break it down. First, magnesium, then check. Second, potassium, check. Third, vitamin D, big check. Fourth, omega-3 fatty acids. Like an army of them. Now, most people only know salmon as brain food, and yeah, it's great for cognition. But did you know it also dramatically improves neuromuscular control? Here's how. Omega-3s in salmon reduce muscle inflammation. They improve blood vessel elasticity. They reduce nerve hypersensitivity, which is often the underlying trigger for nighttime cramps. Plus, salmon's high protein content helps repair tiny micro tears in your muscle tissue, keeping them supple, nourished, and ready for action. And here's a dirty little secret. Seniors are often vitamin D deficient. And guess what? Vitamin D is crucial for calcium absorption, muscle strength, and nerve communication. Low D, nutter, low calcium. Nerve signal confusion. Boom. Your calf folds like a lawn chair. Salmon fixes that. Just one 3-ounce serving gives you about 400 to 600 IU of vitamin D, 22 grams of high-quality protein, a stupid amount of omega-3s. We're talking over 1,500 milligrams. And no, tilapia isn't the same. Don't at me. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. Those are the ones you want. Grill it, bake it, air fry it. Just stop microwaving it into rubber. Respect the fish. It's literally working harder for your muscles than half your medicine cabinet. 10. Oranges and orange juice. The unsuspecting nerve whisperer. Yep. Good old oranges. The ones sitting in your fruit bowl right now, collecting dust like they're decorations. Listen, oranges aren't just for colds or your grandkids' soccer games. They're low-key one of the most complete muscle cramp fighters in the fruit kingdom. Here's the science. One medium orange has about 237 milligrams of potassium, around 50 milligrams of magnesium, plus vitamin C, folate, and most importantly, hydration. Now, vitamin C isn't directly involved in cramp prevention, but it plays defense. It supports collagen production, that's your connective tissue, and helps reduce oxidative stress that can damage muscles and nerves over time. But let's talk juice for a second. 100% orange juice, not the sugar-laden fake stuff with cartoon mascots, is actually an excellent fast-acting hydrator. And when cramps are caused by dehydration or electrolyte loss, a glass of OJ can work fast. There's also some lesser-known magic going on here. Oranges contain hesperidin, a flavonoid that improves blood vessel function. Better circulation equals better oxygen delivery equals reduced cramping. One small 2021 study out of Nutrients Journal even suggested that daily citrus consumption improved physical performance in seniors and reduced signs of inflammation in muscle tissue. Yeah, it's not just juice. It's fuel. Bonus tip. Pair your orange or OJ with a handful of almonds or pumpkin seeds. That combo gives you potassium, magnesium, vitamin C, healthy fat, and protein. In other words, a cramp-smashing cocktail. Alright, let's be real. You don't need another pill. You don't need another late-night leg stretch that barely works. You need to feed your body like it's worth keeping alive. Because let me tell you something. Midnight leg cramps are not just old age. They're your body throwing a red flag. And if you ignore it, things get worse. You stop sleeping, you stop walking long distances, you stop doing stairs, you stop living. That's the truth. And no, I'm not sugarcoating it. Because your life is on the line, not just your sleep schedule. You either fuel your muscles with what they need, or you'll be negotiating with them every damn night. I've just handed you the blueprint. 10 foods, backed by science, that don't just reduce leg cramps. They rebuild your muscle integrity. They restore your nerve function. They fight inflammation. They keep your circulation running like a well-oiled machine. Here's what you need to do. Today, pick 3 of these foods and add them to your diet immediately. Not next week, not when you feel like it. Today, hydrate smarter. Not just water, but electrolytes. Add melons, oranges, yogurt, leafy greens. Stop sipping soda and acting surprised when your legs spaz out. Talk to your doctor if you're on meds like diuretics or statins. They drain magnesium and potassium like thieves in the night. Stop skipping meals or living off crackers and toast. You need real food, not retirement home sadness. Drop a comment. What's your worst leg cramp story? I want to hear the horror. Hit that like button if you learned something new. Because this channel isn't about fluff. It's about facts, food, and fixing the root cause. Subscribe if you're done with Band-Aid fixes and want real solutions that actually work, from someone who respects you enough to tell the truth. Because here, we don't baby people. We build them back stronger,